The double bubble king himself, Mr. Gaydosh. What's going on, my man?
Man, things are good, Nick. How are you, buddy?
Man, I'm fantastic. So today I was reminiscing with some people about some of the magical moments we've had over the years at some of these masterminds and other scenarios. And man, it really has been for me getting involved in these masterminds the last couple of years. It's just been game changing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the value of the people that you spend your time with is who you become, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been amazing for me as well.
Yeah. So just out of curiosity, like a majority of these speakers comes from a specific group. So how long have you been kind of like masterminding with like Jay and a lot of these guys?
Yeah, so it's been I joined the official mastermind with Jay and Mike the second year, so I think it's been about 7 years that I've been with the crew. It's an amazing journey.
Right. And not to put a dollar figure on it, but I mean, you like at first, like you had to pay to get into these rooms, right?
Oh man, yeah, you were spending. I've spent well over $100,000 over the last several years just trying to pay to play the game, man. To sit in that room with the mind power and there was over $1 billion of the real estate sold last year in the last mastermind we were at. It's just if you want to play better golf, you got to play with better golfers.
So if let me ask you this question. What if you get like looking at it now, the amount of money invested into it, if you could put a price point on like the value that you've gotten out of it, would you be able to even put a price point on that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's funny. My accountant, every year she was like, "Are you sure this is worth it?" I'm like, "Man, I would have paid 10 times that because I've seen where my business went. I mean, my business went from selling 100 houses a year to almost 300 houses, and in increasing your price point, but not only just the number of units, but the quality of life and how you set your business up. And it's just been amazing. So no, you can't really put a value on it. At least I couldn't, and I could certainly justify it with a lot more.
Yeah. So neither could we. That's why we just made it free. No, but this mastermind this mastermind that we're doing, we thought about it. It really is absolutely ludicrous. The fact we're bringing all these speakers together and we're making it absolutely free. So, guys, to get your tickets to this, you just go to gaydosh.livewithleaders.com. We're bringing 16 of these amazing speakers that attend these masterminds, sitting down for 8 hours straight, and it's just going to be straight value, no pitching, and it's just fantastic. So, of course, when we put this list together, you were towards the top of the list.
Man, I couldn't believe it. When you text me that list, and I was thinking, number one, I was thinking in my mind, who's going to be able to afford this? Just because there are some heavy hitters on there.
Right.
And I was honored, obviously, to be invited, but I was thinking, man, this is going to be great. Then when you dropped the bomb and said it's free, I was like, you got to be kidding me. But I get it. I mean, I totally get it. It's going to be awesome. I truly think that an average person or anybody at any level in their business is going to be able to take this and run with it. And I'm just feeling so pleased to be part of it.
Yeah, man, it's amazing when you get almost every speaker with the same result. Like, holy crap, there's a lot of good speakers in the room, right? Like, I've never seen, like, especially talking to some of the people, I've never seen them say, like, man, I got to bring my A game, because there's really just so much firepower in this group. It really is amazing. That the thing that I was honored about too was I went 16 for 16 with the speakers. Not one person said no, and everyone responded just like that.
Is that right?
Yeah. No.
Well, if you think about it. A lot of these guys and gals, I mean, they're awesome. Their business and the totality of it is fantastic. But when you really break it down and distill it to what they do that's really, really good, and you're going to be capturing that, how long is each segment? 30 minutes, something like
30
that?
minutes each.
I mean, you're going to get 30 minutes of the most intense, best stuff that they can offer.
Right.
That's what I'm excited about. It's like the cliff notes for the game. I can't believe it.
That's a great point. I didn't even think about it that way. It's like pretty much you're gonna get like the Cliff Notes version and just like straight to the value of like each person.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
So you like coined the whole thing, neighborhood mayor. So why don't you just talk to us a little bit about like that neighborhood mayor, what that process looks like?
Yeah, so that's what I hope to bring to the table. I know that's kind of probably what I'm most known for, speaking in NAR and all that. It's basically, the neighborhood mayor program is nothing more than documentation and illustration of what we've done over the years.
Right.
And a lot of that's trial and error, right? Yeah. Like you've seen some of our early stuff and then how we kind of iterated it. let it grow and figured out what worked and then tried to replicate it and scale it. Some of the things we did in our first neighborhoods didn't scale well. Right. They worked, but they didn't scale that great. So, so basically what we have now is just an awesome program that's helped not only us go into different neighborhoods, but our agents that are on my team, we call them mini mayors, where they go in and leverage what we do on the top level. Right. They roll up all their clients to maybe some smaller neighborhoods to the bigger neighborhood events and then on up. And it'll be great content for those people that want to really connect with the consumer. I think, and you know this too. I mean, content is king. It is. There's no question. You have to have the audience and you have to have the content. Yep. Well, you're teaching us the audience and the content. What we've been able to do is bring the relationships. And now with the neighborhood mayor stuff that we're going to talk about is how I've leveraged both of those in unison on how they all feed together.
Yeah, I think the most important part about being a leader and the group that we brought on is the duplication of the processes, right? Like you can't duplicate. Man, why can't I think of it right now? You can't duplicate yourself, right? If it's just like your superpower and you're just able to do it, that's great. But once you put it into a system, once you put it into a process, that's what really becomes powerful. Because then you could have people on your team who come on a great event like this and be able to lay out the blueprint for what success looks like.
That's exactly right. I mean, and that's what we're trying to do in different scalability. Like, I mean, think about you're providing this content for everybody to come in. It's going to create the blueprint for them to go in. And, let's face it, I'm not going to be doing everything that each one of these speakers are going to teach you that can be done. But I'm going to identify with those that are that do business like I would like to do business. Okay. And I'm going to also get nuggets from those that are doing business a little bit different. Yeah. So that's just a huge nugget to take away, that you're going to get something from everybody, but you're also going to be able to dial in and really identify with those people that, are doing business the way you want to do business.
Right. And that's a great point, because everybody kind of has their own specific, like you have the neighborhood mayor, Go's big on Instagram. Like everybody has their one thing that they're going to be able to bring to the table. They'll just rock everything. And on top of that too, you think about who on your team, who is trying to accomplish what some of these other people are trying to accomplish. I might not be the best at Instagram, let's say, but I know somebody on my team that wants to become the best. And it's like, okay, implement here and just let me know what we can do to help. So it's a great way around you to figure out who can you leverage, get them on here so they can listen to the person who's absolutely crushing it, so you can get it off your plate, delegate to someone who knows how to do it great.
Oh, man, you said it well. I mean, I remember first I met Kinder in Chicago at a 30 under 30 event. Oh, really? First time I met him. One of the first things he said was, hey, listen, I'm not the smartest kid in school, but I always sat next to him. So but, with that in mind, hey, the teacher's okay with the smart kid helping the other guy. So, I think Kinder lied a little bit. He is the smartest kid in school. But at the end of the day, it does prove well to kind of emulate and model what other people are doing the way you want to do it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Collapse time. Invest time in your education, man. There's no better time in the world that we need this right now in terms of trying to get our head straight on what we should be doing to make sure that we protect our business and do we grow our business in the right and smart ways.
Yeah, that is a great point. I know. I can just imagine young Gaydosh and Kinder hitting the town in Chicago. That'd be one for the ages.
Yeah, there was some shenanigans going on there. I just remember the some of the hallway furniture ended up in the elevator down at the lobby. I don't know how that happened.
Who knows how that happened? It's still a mystery, right?
Don't know.
Right. Don't know. But you're right. It's like you said, like sitting next to the smartest person in the room. And it comes down to not recreating the wheel. Right. I think that's the biggest thing that I was able to learn from being down in some of these rooms where, heck, I remember the first mastermind I went to, I'm looking around like, I have no business being here. But then I thought about that's good. Like that was a great feeling to have. I was able to take so much off of what everybody learned, and that propelled me to where I'm at today. Because in that room, I realized I was trying to recreate the wheel, and then all of you guys already were leaving clues for success. And I'm like, I can just pick up on these clues and take the easy way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to stretch too. I mean, it's uncomfortable. It's like going to the gym, man. You don't feel good the next day after you haven't worked out in a while because your muscles are stretching, repairing. That's how they grow. Right. And that's how we look at our business and our agents on our team and our downline and everybody else. It's like, hey, you got to get out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Get around people that are doing things that you want to emulate. And and do them. Even though they're not comfortable, you will succeed.
Right. No, you're 100% right. But again, guys, we're bringing 16 of the top speakers, and we're going to unleash the entire list. But if you just go through my feed, you're going to see the announcement that we made. We're going to unleash the list, the speaking times, and the specific topics for everybody. But it's absolutely free. And then you guys can watch from your couch. It's all virtual. Just go to gaydosh.livewithleaders.com to get your free mastermind ticket. So, Gaydosh, what Andrew, what kind of what's it called? Closing notes do you have for everybody on here?
I'm sorry, closing what?
Like closing notes, closing remarks. What do you have to leave everybody off with?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. So I would just say, listen, it's going to be the best time that you can invest in for yourself. I really believe, we always talk about dollar productive activities, right, and nobody doubts that the best dollar productive activity that a person can normally have is face to face with a seller,
right,
unless you're learning how to scale. And when you start looking at the high level things, the 1,000-foot views, yep, that's where things start to multiply. It's the X factor. Yeah. So get on here, check it out. I promise you, yeah, you have nothing to lose, and you're going to walk away with some great content, and also being introduced to a lot of people that you probably would have never known before, yeah, that you can pick up the phone and give them a call, and they'd be happy to help you out.
Yeah, and I think I like to give absolute guarantees often, but I guarantee you'll be able to grow your business by coming on here. With all the speakers, with 16 of the top speakers, there's absolutely no way you're not going to walk away with something that will help you grow your business. And that I do guarantee that.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question in my mind. No question.
Not at all. But Andrew, as always, thanks for being a participant in this. I'm super excited to roll this out with you. And again, guys, gaydosh.livewithleaders.com to get your free ticket. Thanks for coming on, Andrew.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep.